All right, so we're at Google, folks. And oops, make that smaller. Okay, put that up there. All right, so what I want you to look for is the 9 dots, right? The 9 dots in Google helps us to navigate around. So click the 9 dots and go ahead and click Drive.
Do you want us to see ourselves?
You have to log into Google. Yes. Yep. Log in with your log in with your Kemper.org account. Yes. Not a personal account because we're going to play with each other, send stuff. All right, everybody on Drive now. Close. Click go ahead or yep, go to Google Drive. And it might have kicked you out. You may need to log in again. Once you get to Google Drive, click Create. And we're going to go down to Form. Create and Form once you're in Drive. I'm going to make sure Mrs. Schaefer gets there. Okay. Okay, so now I'm in a form. All right. One of the first things I want to do is I want to give this a title. So think about what you guys are going to do. Your task is I want you guys, as we're creating this form, I want you to think of 3 questions that you could create in this form that you're going to ask your students in the next month. Okay? Students, parents, whatever. Think of some way you could utilize a form in the next month. 3 questions. Yes?
Could it be like a survey?
Sure. It could be whatever you want. It could be a quiz, a survey, an evaluation form, a peer evaluation, a Likert scale on a scale of 1 to 10. We'll do that too. Okay? So I'm going to give this a title of just test for right now because I'm playing. Notice that there's a form description here too. If I wanted to go in more detail, I could describe what the form is all about. But I'm going to skip right here to the test question right here. And so the first question I'm going to ask is, well, before I decide that, I need to know what type of question I want to ask. So instead of multiple choice here, I'm going to click this arrow, click that with me, and look at the different choices. Okay, so we have text, which basically is enough for like 1 line. So that's good for like name, that kind of thing. Then you have paragraph text, and it has a scrolly bar on the side, so they can go on and on, like a paragraph, that type of thing. Check boxes is if you want them to choose more than 1 option. Okay, so like you'd say like which of these applies to you type of thing. So they can click more than 1. Choose from a list. That's where you might have 3 things listed, and they need to choose one of the 3. A, B, C. You might want to elaborate on that more. Maybe you have 3 famous people, that you wanted them to choose from. Maybe a question about that or something. Famous Spanish people or something like that. The scale is like from a scale of 1 to 5. Rate this activity, or how do you think your peer did in this activity? Okay. That's the scale. The grid I've never used, but it's like an XY axis. So you might want to check that out if there's any math folks. I'm not sure how that exactly works. John, or have any math people used it before? The grid one for forms? I haven't either. Maybe you math people can check it out for me and let me know what it's about. I've never tried that. Date and time, again, that's just sort of the format of those things too. Okay? Choose a date, choose a time type thing. So I'm going to go ahead and choose text because I'm going to tell you one of the things that I screwed up on the most when I first started creating forms is I forgot to add the most important question, name. So I chose text and I'm typing in name. I'm also going to require this question, so I'm going to check this box. That means they can't submit unless they fill that out. And then I'm going to click done. So
we don't care about name.
You don't care about name, you don't have to. This is just, we're just creating a form together. This is my form. Your form could be completely and should be completely different.
But we could be creating our own.
Yes, you should be. Yes, you're creating your own that you're going to use the next month. I'm going to click done on this one because I'm done with that question. So far I have a name and I have my first question done, right? My first question is name. That's what I'm doing, whatever your first question is. Then I'm going to choose right here where it says add item, this little arrow. that brings up my choices again of what I want for the next question. I'm going to choose a scale because that one's kind of a unique one. And I'm going to say, how would you rate this class? Okay. And when I do a scale, notice that I have right now 1 to 5. This is my choices if you do a scale. But notice there's up and down arrows on both, so I can make it 1 to 5, 1 to 3, 0 to 2, whatever you want. And then it says 1 colon, so you have to define what 1 is. You have to define what 5 is. So 1 being the lowest, I'm going to say worst ever. And 5, I'm going to say is best ever. Okay? And I'm going to make that a required question too. And then I'm going to click done on that one. Same thing, you go back to add item. This time I'm going to choose multiple choice for giggles. And I'm going to put in my third question. Notice too that on multiple choice, if you look up here for a second too, it has kind of a cool option. If you choose multiple choice, there it says right after, go to page based on answer. Do you see that's there? That option's only there on multiple choice. And what does that mean? Well, if you remember right, if you remember back, you guys filled out a form if you signed up for credit for me, and I said if you wanted to take Stafford Drake, and if you clicked Drake, it took you to another page that you filled in your social security number and your birth certificate or your birth date. If you clicked staff, it just submitted. So what that is I said based on their answer, if they choose Drake, let's say based on this answer, if they choose yes, I want them to go to page 2. I would have to create a page 2, which I can do down here by doing add item. Page break. Oh, and it's reloading for me because I'm using Firefox. Okay, so then here's page 2. And it went away. Great. Yeah, let me go back and edit this. By the way, if you want to go back and edit, all you do is mouse over it and the pencil appears. You click that pencil, you go back in and edit it. Let me try this again. If I go to another page, it may not let me because I had to use Firefox on here and not Chrome because my Chrome for some reason didn't come up. But I can continue to another page and I can make that page 2 and then ask another further question, okay, based on if they say yes or no. If they say yes, take them to this page. If they say no, continue and just submit and be done. That's what that means. Also, notice it has and other. Multiple choice has this option too. You know how many times you're answering a multiple choice question and really none of the options apply to you? So it's nice to have an and other option too. So I'm going to click and other. I don't know why that's one's in there, but I'm going to make it a required question. I'm going to click done. See how that other how that looks? You can choose other and then type in your answer. So get your 3 questions. When you get all that finished, then we're going to pretty it up and share it. As long as you're sending these out to students in our system, a lot of the stuff will up right at the very top. That's what I feel like cameras are. If you send it to people outside your system, well, you're getting off these. Oh, what if we just guys, she did the grid one. This is awesome. She has she's an art. I know. She's got drawing, painting, graphic design, photography, cameras, and then 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. So you can do different scales of each one.
What if we decide we want a different question first?
Okay, if you want to, you want to move a question. Ooh, good question, Goody.
I want this second question first.
Okay, let's see. I want to move my questions around. Do you notice when I mouse over it, my cursor turns to the 4 arrows? Watch. Click and drag and pull it up.
I have a question on that.
Yes?
If you move your question around and messes up your spreadsheet, is there any way you can fix that?
Move your columns around in your spreadsheet.
But then it says it's gonna mess things up, then it gives you a warning on your spreadsheet too.
I guess I haven't encountered that.
Because when I switch questions, right, like for NHS stuff, as soon as I needed to switch things around, and as soon as I did that, then my spreadsheet got all messed up because the label strip that Orange has. So as I moved my columns around, then it warned me that it's gonna.
I would ask Nancy on that one too. I guess when I've ever had that, and if the columns got mixed up, to me, I guess for the kinds of things I was asking, it didn't matter. But I never thought about it. It did matter if I wanted to change it back. Anybody else run into that?
I had to go into summary. Summary was fine.
Okay.
But the spreadsheet could not be.
Right.
And then that's the question order.
Right.
All right.
Okay. How are we doing? 3 questions done? Nope, not yet. Okay. While you're finishing that, I'm just going to talk about some of the things that are up at the top that have check boxes and some things at the bottom that have check boxes on your form. At the top, it says require Kemper Catholic School System login to view this form. Typically, I uncheck all of these things because I never really know where my forms are going to end up. Sometimes I send it to parents, sometimes to students. It's really up to you. If you just do it to students, you'll be fine. Also down here at the very bottom, it says it's defaulted to say show link to submit another response. Maybe you don't want them to submit it twice. So you would uncheck that. Typically, I uncheck all the boxes. Then I know I'm good. Whoever I give it to, I'm good. Okay, let's make this thing pretty. So up at the top, going across, we're under edit questions right now. But next to that, it says change theme. So if you click that, over on the right-hand side, different themes come up. What's kind of nice is as you click on them, it puts it right into your form so you can see what it's going to look like. I don't know. I have this tendency to like these cats for some reason. Okay. So if you like a theme, then also going across the top, notice that after change theme, there's view responses and then view live form. Let's click view live form. And I'll wait till y'all get there. Okay. So your 3 questions, throw in a theme, view live form. What I wanted.
Well, like, these are not even big enough to write.
So then if you want them to write more, and then you want to do the paragraph, not just text.
I thought that's what I was. You got that stone elevator with the steps there. So we go back and edit this one. That one, it's longer. Put that here. This one, yeah. Yeah, you got the paragraph text, that's right.
So when you go to the large one, yeah.
Oh, it'll get larger and,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So let's go. Then the live one, good. Choose one, Carla, and then go to the live one. So when you're done, or should I make it straight? Yeah, okay, give you that, right? There's that. Really, then go to live form. Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret too that I found out because I made several mistakes. But there's other places you can. It says like share this forms and grab the link different places. For some reason, when I've done that in the past, it hasn't always 100% worked. So whenever I go to the live form and I grab that URL, it works 100% of the time. So I'm going to click this link till it's blue. So are you. Click your link till it's blue on the live form, and then right click and copy. The URL very at the top, the web address, click it till it's blue. Might have to click it 3 times in a row, once in a row. Yep, it's blue. Now right click on it. Okay, so what are we going to do with this, right? This is where you email it to somebody or put it on your website or whatever. So now what we're going to do is we're going to send it to somebody in this class, okay? And have them fill it out. So since these guys are busy, maybe we'll just send it amongst ourselves. So what I want you to do right now is you need to go back to your Google, your Gmail. I happen to have a tab open, but where do I go to get those 9 dots? Because I don't see them right now. Do you? You got to go to Google Drive. Click Google Drive. You might have a tab of that open already. Then click the 9 dots and get to Gmail. We're going to do it different. That send form doesn't always work, Goody. Okay, and then paste it in the body. Send it to somebody. Here's my by.
Share, what do we do?
Compose.
Yeah, and then go to your
Type in someone's name. Okay.
What's your email address?
Mine.
Share one with you. By the way, Hannah's is H.M. Warner, if anybody wants to share with her. I'm also going to go pick on.
And then refresh.
Let's do. And Jody. And then click send. I'm going to click on Jody's. Look how cool this is. Now it embedded it in there, but if I click this link here, look at that. See, that's that grid, everybody. Did you see this grid? That's what Jody created. How special is that? All right. Now take it. Yes. Now look at, watch mine. I sent it to a couple people. I'm going to click view responses here because as you folks are filling out my survey, I will see it live as soon as you click submit.
You're going back to the 79 interesting ways to.
Oh, wrong link. Okay.
Jeez. Wait, watch out what you send us.
Yeah.
I've seen some of your links. Okay, kind of.
Okay.
So I put the names of the people I want to send to.
Now you hit paste in the actual message and so it'll paste that URL.
Right here on subject?
No. Send the message.
Dang it, I get it.
Written an email?
Fine.
So we can hit view responses.
Yes.
Wait.
And then in the middle of the group, Debbie, so you just use much.
I'm like,
I saw that.
no.
I saw that. It's not
Okay, let's try that again on my part here.
I'm sure he's hungry.
All right, we'll send it again.
Here, go. Send.
All right, so now if I go back to my responses, as I said, I'll see the responses live. Did you get it this time?
We have to go back to our Google Mail.
Nicole, I sent it to you too. Yeah, you go to Gmail and pull it up there.
I have not been. Why?
Just put yes. You probably don't even have to because none of mine are required. You probably get
Do I get a grade?
Nicole, you doing mine? Okay.
Yeah.
Click submit.
So it will be like real time if you're just watching it, you'll see the.
Yeah, real time. As soon as she clicks submit, there it goes. Okay, so how fast was that delay? When you click submit to here?
Like it was
Instant. So you guys see that up here? Nicole is like, as soon as she clicks submit, I had it. And notice what's cool about that, there's a timestamp and date. So if you give kids like assignments outside of class or something, you say, hey, by midnight tonight, like a lot of college courses, like classes I teach and take, by midnight, Tuesday night, you got to have it done. The timestamp's on there so you know exactly what time they're doing it. Plus, you kind of get an idea of when your kids are online and when they do their homework. Some might do it really late at night. Some might do it right away after school. Some may do it early morning too. So you kind of get to see what works best for kids. From here, I can do all kinds of stuff with the results. In fact, one of the things that is really awesome, let me go back here for a second. Not that one.
I submitted you and.
Where's
I said, you responded. Okay, so you responded to it. Did you see what I did? And I responded. Heck no.
So watch this too, guys. If you look up here, this isn't that impressive because I only have 2 people. But when I'm in my responses, I can go to form and show summary responses. And it puts my responses in graphs. It used to take me a long time. I survey the 8th graders every year on their internet usage. And to pull all those things, that was under form and what did I say, summary of, hold on, form, summary, show summaries of responses. But it used to take me forever to tally these up. It gives you the count and percentage and different graphs to choose from. So nice.
That was under what?
That was under form. Now that's right when I'm in my responses, and I go under form, show summary responses. When I got to the responses, I'm back to my form that I created. Remember, if I go to view responses. Also, another way to get to this is if I go to my Google Drive, it automatically creates a spreadsheet in here with the same name, but it would say like test responses in my Google Drive.
The thing I created is now I see that I'm like, how do I know who just sent this to me? I didn't put name on there. So can I go back and edit this?
Sure, you can go back and edit, but you got to send it back out to them.
Okay. Well, I only sent it to you guys.
Right. But yeah, you can go back and edit and send it back out. So, think you're going to be able to use some of this coming up? Let's look at some of these that were sent to me. Okay, John showed this one. I'm just gonna show and tell you. You just never know what I'm going to show and tell. Okay, here's a Khan Academy exit slip. Is that what it was there, John?
Yep.
Oh, and you use that a lot, right? Khan Academy.
Yep.
Okay, the art basics ones, we already saw that. How fabulous that thing is.
That's not so cool.
Oh, you don't think so? She's a rough one today, huh, Jody? Okay, Chad has presentation grade.
Ooh,
Let's check that one out. Okay, so you're having the kids do what? Evaluate others?
Yeah, just evaluate others.
Very good. Awesome. Okay, what else do we have here? I know you guys are all smart calls. Mr. Tanner Warrington.
So do they print these off and have them, or do you don't want anything to print them?
No printing.
They bring their,
All that tech stuff, Goody.
it's all done in their own Google.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, Tanner, you want to tell us what this one is?
Sports entertainment marketing class is going to be doing a project in a group where they're going to be designing a new sports product, a new athletic clothing product. So do this questionnaire. We're going to rate each group on a scale of 1 to 5 with participation level, and then explain why.
Awesome.
So that way, if they're there, end of the deal. But
Good deal. What else can I pick on? That's it. Oh, Robin, I have one of hers. There we go. I need help. Yes, I do. Please tell me what medications you have and what you're willing to share. No, I'm just kidding. I need help. All right, so that's awesome too. I need help with what problem? What problem number? Yep. So they can be as complex and very simple, but again, they meet a need that you have, which is basically gaining information from our students. Yes.
So where is this now?
Where-
It's in my
It's in your Google Drive. So if I go in my Google Drive and I go under recent, it's going to show me that I created these test forms and test responses. Those are two separate. Whenever you create a form, it automatically creates a spreadsheet separate that has the responses in it. So these are all that I created today. Now, we have about 6 minutes left. So those of you that are not in Moodle, you're going to need to get into Moodle because you have, yes, another exit slip to fill out, please. So if you're in Moodle, you want to click on KHS Exit Slip Forum. There are 3 questions to answer today. If you click on October 22nd, that's today's date. That gets you in the forum for today. And as you can see, some lovely people already have added their exit slips. So to add that, you click Add New Discussion Topic and answer those 3 questions in that one post. Any questions on any of that?